Hello, this is Ken Ferry with this week's Boots in the Field report. Rain has slowed the work some, but we need the rain, so we'll deal with the delay. Calling around for harvest updates. Sounds like a lot of people are at or past the finish line. I was talking with Chris at Helena up there at Grand Ridge. Chris thinks harvest is 95% done in his area. A lot of tillage already done as well. Now, their area was blessed with some very timely rains when we were up there this summer. Guys are reporting some record field averages in both beans and corn. The poorer areas in the field are actually bringing the field averages up for a change. No drowned outs, side hill seeps, or burned up knobs. Talking with Jeff at Trainer Fertilizer in Livingston County, he too believes harvest is 95% done. Growers there are reporting some great corn yields. Yields banging up against field records. The bean yield's a little more ho-hum, ranging from slightly below to slightly better than average. Here locally, I would say beans are done, but we're probably still at that 75% mark on corn. Guys got a little slower start here, but I would say another 7 days and we'll clean this up. A little more fluctuation in corn yields depending on rainfall patterns, but for the most part, I think everyone is happy here with corn yields. Bean yields, a little less enthusiasm. Guys were hoping for a little stronger bean yields. Over in Tazewell County, harvest and most of the tillage is done. Yields over there were pretty much fantastic. Corn yields were again pushing field averages. Bean yields were good, maybe not quite where the growers had hoped them to be, but there were still good yields. Growers down in the Winchester and Jacksonville area say harvest finished up last week. A lot of the tillage is done or getting done, and they're ready to put on anhydrous when these soil temperatures come down. Corn yields down there were strong, as good or better than they had expected. Bean yields were good. They were just hoping for a little higher bean yields across the farm. Drop down in the Lovington area. Due to heavier rain events, harvest and fall work has been paused there. They're back at it now, and they could wrap up by Friday, except for double crop beans. Corn yields are strong. Yields swung by planting date and local rainfall events. The beans were average, but about 5 bushel under expected. So again, not hearing the yields the guys wanted out of the beans. One thing I am hearing from a lot of growers is the April corn pulled down farm averages. May corn being anywhere from 10 to 30 bushel better. Even corn planted as far out as May 20th is better than the April corn. That April weather put a lot of pressure on that April planted corn. Well, the stands may have been there, the uniformity just wasn't. This doesn't mean that we should wait till May 15th to plant our corn next year. We plant corn by soil conditions, not by the calendar. As growers finished up soybean harvest, yields fell off, mainly due to header loss and 8 to 12% beans. If we could have gotten that moisture back, we could have bumped some farm averages. As you guys drag your operations across the finish line, don't forget to get your yield data turned into the office so Katie's crew can get cranking on your maps for our yield map meetings. This year is no different than other years. Here in the fall, we're seeing a lot of new acres coming in. We like to see that. As you guys grow, so do we. But I do need to throw out a warning. Some of this new ground is trashed when it comes to fertility. Just because it's sold for a high price or you're paying a high cash rent doesn't mean it's been taken care of. Buyer and renter beware. If no one can find a recent soil test, there's usually a reason why. You know, if a grower picks up new ground and he tells us no one has ever seen a lime truck on it and we expect it to be in tough shape, then nobody's really surprised. But when new land is expected to be in good shape and is 10 ton behind on lime and drained of fertility, the land cost just took a big jump. I know it's hard to come by land out there, and when it's next to you, you want to strike when the deal presents itself to you. I'm just saying, do your diligence. Know what you're tackling before you get yourself in trouble. We've set the date for our hand harvest day. It's Wednesday, November 30th. Looks like it'll be somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 ears to count, weigh, and shell, according to Jared. We need all the help we can get. So helpers will be fed, and they'll receive a free 2023 yearbook, and once the data is done. If you or anybody in your operation is willing to help, just call the office and let us know. Crews are staying on top of the soil testing. You guys are doing a good job calling in the fields as you're harvesting them, so keep it up. To stay up to date, check out our website at croptechinc.com and subscribe to our podcast, Boots in the Field Report. Keep her safe, keep her moving.